Hello guys, Chris here and welcome back to another video. With this one, my friends, I'm going to be testing the Intel Iris Xe graphics integrated in the i5-11320H in Forza Horizon 5. This one is the, I just told you the specs basically. We got 16 gigabytes of RAM. It has a really weird configuration. I suppose it's running in dual channel because the CPU doesn't really support quad channel. Although in CPU-Z, if you go to the memory tab, it says quad channel right there, which is pretty weird. But hey, this is what we're working with. You can see all of the GPU specs here in Tech Power Up GPU-Z, and let's get on with it, shall we? Also, everything is set to max performance in the Windows power plans and stuff like that. And as you can see, we got a little warning here saying that the graphics card is not supported, but let's just ignore it, okay? We can ignore it, so yeah, we don't need to care about that. All right, let's go over the settings. 1080p resolution. We're also going to test this one at 900p and 720p. Using the low settings preset here, as you can see, to start this off, and let's do this. Okay, finally we're here. I can tell you that the game is stuttering quite a bit. I really hope it goes away in a little bit, guys. I'm not sure if it will, because I remember in the Sunday video testing this mini PC, it was also a little bit stuttery here in Forza. Oh my god, what happened? Alright, so I haven't seen that happen before in Forza, but maybe it was just a one-off. Let's try that again. Stutters are still there, lowering our 1% lows by a lot. And, things at the distance started to blink a little bit there. I wonder if it's because of the iGPU being a little bit slow, or the memory on it. Of course, being an iGPU, it's using DDR4, the normal stuff that's installed in this PC. Oh boy, okay, alright. You know what? I actually ran CPU-Z's benchmark on this i5, and it got higher. Oh my god, it got higher results. What happened? Holy crap, low streaming bandwidth. Okay, I think it's something to do with the VRAM, maybe, or the CPU, but the CPU is not really maxed out. Damn! Okay. I think Random Gaming in HD actually made a video testing a 4th Gen i5, and it behaved this way, didn't it? But I was not expecting this to be like this, because it wasn't the last time that I tested it, honestly. Maybe they updated the game or something, and it's a little bit weird now. It's starting to feel a bit smoother. The stutters aren't as obnoxious as before, but they're still there, clearly. You can see them in the frame time graph. Hey, at least it's not crashing anymore. The map just disappears sometimes. That's okay. That's what you gotta live with sometimes with the integrated Intel graphics. Honestly, I was expecting a bit better in terms of stability here, but in terms of average FPS, it is impressive for an iGPU like this. It's performing way better than like a GT 1030. Moving on, we're gonna go to the city, of course. Oh, we got Satan right here. Let's just put him off the road. Yeah, boy, get wrecked, Satan. We don't like you here. Oh, boy. Oh, okay. Wait a second. We're good. Yeah, this is actually playable right now. Okay, we're almost in the most intensive area, guys, which is the big city with the tunnels and stuff. And looking at it from above, we only drop into the higher 30s. Lower, okay, mid-30s. Well, that's a bigger drop than I expected, honestly. But it is still very playable. And the game on low settings looks considerably better. Okay, things are starting to pop up again. Low settings looks way better than very low settings in this game. So I definitely recommend them over very low whenever you can get 30 plus on low settings. Ooh, 29 there. So never mind, it's a complete mess of it. No, I'm just kidding. It's okay, guys. It's okay. All right, 1600 by 900. Let's see if it helps a little bit. Maybe actually locking the FPS to like 30 will get rid of those popping issues. It does in GTA 5 with like dual core CPUs that can get 30 plus FPS. If you lock them to 30, they will actually perform pretty well at 30 flat, and they won't really have those popping issues too much, at least. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Maybe it is possible to get rid of those. I might actually try it out a little bit later to lock the FPS to 30 at 1080p. Big city area once again, and getting 40s now. We gained like 10 frames per second compared to 1080p. That's a decent boost in FPS, honestly. But again, if you lock the FPS to 30, well, just just play at 1080p. It's gonna look better, of course, and 30 FPS, 30 FPS, no matter the resolution. It's gonna feel the same. Now, it doesn't look too bad still. Looks a little bit more pixelated, but I guess if you are playing this on a laptop with these specs, it's gonna look good still at 900p. Just keep in mind that if you don't use MSAA in this game, which is in the graphics options and turns on by default to 2x at medium settings, it looks a bit lower than native resolution for some reason. It's pretty weird what they've done with this game. That was the most intensive area on the 900p resolution. No problems, 50 FPS average, no pop-in issues that I could see as well, so that's great. And yeah, 50 FPS average is completely playable, of course. Let's go down to 720p. For those of you playing on smaller monitors, this might be adequate. And let's start counting the frames. Yeah, I'm playing on a 27-inch monitor, by the way, and it looks super pixelated at 720p, but it's still not too bad, honestly. If I was playing, like, over here, maybe here, yeah, I mean, I can still tell the pixels, but it's not too bad. And look at that, we are now above 60 frames per second. And also, the stutters have gotten a little bit better, haven't they? No, they're still there, and they're still kind of thick. I'm just not feeling them as much. Jesus. Okay. Well, as I was saying that, the game just crashed again. Also, you can see that the RAM is now at 10 gigabytes. VRAM is still at 4. Maybe that's what's causing the crashing issues. Maybe if you add a little bit more RAM into a PC like this, well, it's gonna not crash. Basically, it's gonna fix the crashing issues. Yeah, it's going up there now. All right. So in the city, it still drops into the 40s, but again, it's more smooth. It's smoother. It's more smooth than at the other resolutions, of course. That's to be expected. Still, things popped up a little bit. I saw some of the houses appearing out of nowhere, so still not perfect. Getting out of the tunnel, 35. All right, I could live with this. But I couldn't really live with the fact that, well, it might crash in the back of my mind, you know. So, maybe the very low settings are the way to go. But I'm just going to set it to the 1080p resolution first and lock the FPS to 30. Okay, so the game actually has a built-in frame locker, so we can set it to 30 there. And let's see the stutters, if it fixes them. Well, we got one right away. I'm gonna restart. No, all right. I was thinking maybe it was a one-off. I'm gonna restart the counting system, but yeah, the frame time spikes are still there, so it indicates that it's still stuttery, but maybe not as bad as before. I don't know. So 30 FPS is still smooth, but the VRAM/RAM usages are still pretty high. That's not gonna go away with the FPS lock, unfortunately. So for that, you will need to lower the textures mainly, or the graphics settings to very low, which I'm gonna do in just a little bit. But let's see if driving at high speeds through the city will make it pop in. Okay, so far so good. Locked 30. All right. Come on. No, not get in front of me. Gosh, you freaking bastard. I didn't see any pop-in issues, guys. Did you? Huh. Let's go in the other direction now. Do the same thing. Hopefully not crash against somebody. Well, it wasn't really my fault there, was it? The guy didn't use his blinkers, so please, get out. Get out. Okay, thank you. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Really fast. Ah! Last time, guys. Hopefully I won't crash this time around. Please. Okay. Going really fast. We're good, I guess. I think we fixed the pop-in issues, actually. It's not really bad now. Alright, just gonna unlock the FPS again. 1080p, using very low settings. Here we go. It's gonna look like crap, guys. Oh boy, the difference! No! It looks like an old game now, guys. I guess that's what I want from a very low settings preset, to be honest. But yeah, it is not good looking whatsoever. It just ruins it for me, guys. I would rather play at low settings, unless it doesn't crash on very low. We are getting 60 FPS here at 1080p now, so that's actually pretty damn good, honestly. Still stutters, by the way. Those aren't really going anywhere, unfortunately. And the VRAM as well as the RAM utilizations are still very similar to what we saw at the low settings, at least using the 720p resolution previously. And it did crash at 720p, although that was after we played for a little bit. Well, you know what? For Intel Xe graphics integrated, why is this not breakable, dude? Why? I really want to know. That's weird. It should be breakable. As I was saying, for Intel Xe graphics, 60 FPS at 1080p, although these graphics are horrible, well, it's not terrible, right? It still drops sometimes, but it's 60 on average at least. Okay, getting drops into the 40s. Alright, it's kind of similar to what we got at 720p low, right? Maybe slightly lower than that, but it's not bad by any means. Okay. Get out of here, please. Get out of here. Yeah, no popping issues as well, from what I can tell, at least. Maybe you guys can spot that a little bit better on the video, you know. But yeah, I'm not really noticing anything out of the ordinary. And I guess this is pretty okay if you are into the very low settings gameplay. I'm just gonna play for a bit longer, maybe explore some other areas here. To see if it crashes or not. Oh, okay, I honestly thought something was disappearing there, but it was just a river. Alright, not too bad. So far, no popping issues, by the way. This is handling it like a champ. We're here, guys. This is another city, dropping into the 40s once again. Pretty much the same thing as we've seen in the other one, honestly. Yep, so city areas will basically perform around the same, all of them. The other one is just a little bit better to test GPUs with because of the tunnels, which are completely broken in this game. Anyways, as you can see, it's not really popping in, it's not crashing whatsoever at the moment at least. And the RAM is slowly creeping up there, but considering that we visited like half of the map already, well, not half of it, but a bigger portion of the map, it's not too bad. It's using 14 gigabytes total, basically, so we still got 2 left in the tank. And yeah, I guess it's a more stable experience like this for sure. So I guess that's been it, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, love you all. Bye-bye. Also, I launched the members thingy in the channel, so check that out as well. I will add a Jack emoji as well for you guys. So anyways, see you in the next one. Bye-bye.